second round knockout, but even though you finished it in 2 rounds, you actually hit the deck as well. What did you take away from that experience?
Mainly just fight smart and make sure I'm listening to my corner. Every time I'm tuned in to them, the easier the fight is. So just keep doing the same thing. I feel like I got up and did exceptional, but just keep doing the same thing, and fight smart.
What do you enjoy the most about boxing? What do you enjoy the least about boxing? If there is one.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say the results of your hard work is the most enjoyable thing. The more work you put in, the smarter you are. You get in the ring and everything shows. But everyone knows, every fighter knows one thing, that every single fight fan, they have their own, perfect version of you. But you got to make sure you doing what you do in there the way you got to do it.
Where do you see yourself in the lightweight division? Obviously, there's a world title on the line in our main event on this card. When you look at the division as a whole, where do you see yourself?
I see myself up there with the guys who hold the titles. Skill-wise, I feel like I'm able to hold my own in one of those fights and come out on top. But we're proving ourselves, and we're going to keep, taking those steps forward. Hopefully we grab a smaller title this year and just keep stepping forward, inching towards that world championship. So when we get the opportunity, we'll be ready for it.
Carl, I want to bring you in since you're with me. It's obviously nice to have you with me and never here, so it's great. A lot of noise in boxing about this young man. What makes Abdullah Mason so special?
Yeah, well, there was a lot of noise in Norfolk that night. The place was jumping with 10,000 people, and just to get it more excited, he got dropped. And then he got up, and if you didn't see it, he got dropped again, and the place went crazy. And we're like, okay, that's enough of entertaining everybody, let's do what we gotta do. And, getting knocked down in boxing, it happens to every fighter. The question is, what happens when you get up? Well, he got up, and he took care of business. So that shows a lot to us of what his progression will be. If this would have continued or he wouldn't have went farther, then it's a whole different story. But he answered the questions there. And, now we're on to a fight this Friday against the guy that just went the distance with Rolly, who's fighting for a world title, which is, a whole other conversation to go to. But the fact that, Brad feels confident to put him with that guy shows that the confidence that we have in him on handling business.
Abdullah, Friday night, your toughest opponent on paper, clearly, I think, to date. What do we expect from you Friday night after Norfolk and what Carl was just talking about?
Friday night, we bring the smoke, no flowers. So we're gonna fight smart, do what we worked on, and we're gonna have some fun in there. And hopefully, we see the opportunity. We're gonna do the same thing we've been doing, and we gonna, bring the smoke.
I love it. No flowers. I love all the Valentine's Day references that we're gonna have all week. They write themselves. Moving on.